Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another brand new adventure. I'm Nightingale. Thanks for joining me today. This is the beginning of a three-part journey which will take us from the Shrine of Resurrection to the Trial of the Sword. And we're going to see if we can make it there with only 3 hearts, and then ideally upgrade our Master Sword to a full 60 damage.
Open your eyes.
I can't skip the opening sequence here, so I'm going to take the time to show you what equipment, skills, and glitches that we're going to be using. So I'll see you guys shortly after this section. Rightio. Now that I've got control of Link, I'm going to take Naked Link to outside the shrine, and I'll explain what are the goals that we're going to meet or try and meet in this very first video, in the very first part. Right here, I'm just going to take some pants and skip the shirt because we're going to go find the switch shirt later on, and that's definitely the more favorable one.
Up to the pedestal. That will show you the way. Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Yes, boss. I just never get tired of this scene. I'm sure everyone really enjoys it, and that's probably why they throw it up in your face at the beginning. Here's a sneaky hint to guide us to the old man, but we're actually going to skip him because you don't actually have to talk to this guy currently. We're going to meet him definitely, though it's inevitable. We're going to meet him at the bottom of the central tower when we first come down, and then after our first shrine, and once more when we complete the first 4 shrines. So we're gonna skip him now. Just grab the axe, and I'm actually gonna go over here and walk around. Now, one other thing that we're going to need while we're on the plateau is we're going to need to gather 11 Korok seeds from somewhere. So I'm going to skip these enemies and pick up the 6 spicy peppers here. I think I only picked up 5, but that's okay. There's 6 more over here and 3 more behind this wall, but honestly don't need that many. I think I only need, yeah, don't need that many. So we're going to keep that, hold on to those for now, and we're going to go and see if we can go take out a bokoblin. Because the woodcutter's axe doesn't have enough damage we're gonna go take out the Bokoblin, and Zelda's gonna interrupt us one more time here,
Link,
just to tell us to go to the central tower.
head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Yeah, we're getting there, Zelda. So the Bokoblin that I'm gonna try and ambush is this one that I think is right in front of me here. And essentially what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and sneak strike chain him. I'm gonna hit him once, and then wait for him to turn around, because what the Bokoblin does is he goes to the point where he was last attacked from, so he turns to that point there, and he's dead. So in Master Mode, I think it's real important that we be careful about how we approach enemies. Currently, especially on 3 health, and they're difficult. So that was our first Bokoblin there. And now we've got a Bokob Club. And this one is literally only one extra damage. But a Sneak Strike does 8 times the normal damage, so that's 24. And the blue Bokoblin only has 72 HP, so 3 Sneak Strikes will get them dead. But we don't need any more Bokob Clubs, that's the only one that we need. And even need is probably arguable. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up the tower, and the other enemies haven't loaded yet, but there are actually 2 archers right there that just appeared, and we're going to collect them for their arrows. Maybe collect a shield from this one that's about to spawn right in front of the tower. So there you go. So that one, he's got a shield there, but unfortunately we're going to need to probably going to need to activate the tower first, because they've seen us and we can't sneak strike them. Come on, Link. Suppose it makes sense. He's been asleep for 100 years. His stamina will have taken a hit. So in the on the Great Plateau, there will be 17 Korok seeds, but we don't actually need all 17. We're just going to take 11, and when we get to the Trial of the Sword, if you have done the Trial of the Sword, you'll know that whatever size inventory that you've got currently is the inventory that you're going to take into the trials. So 11 seeds will allow us to expand our weapon stash by 4 slots. And that's important. Just I suppose that's the most feasible option. To get another slot, we will need. Unfortunately, we'll need another 8 seeds. And you're very welcome to do that. So essentially, this is not a speed run. I'm going to go through the steps that you can use at any point during your game to get to the Master Sword. But obviously, if you're already pretty far into the game and you've got 13 hearts, there's no reason why you can't just do it the normal way. So essentially for this journey, I'm gonna take you to see, and it's not a speed run. I'm gonna take you to see if you can go from the beginning to a fully upgraded Master Sword with only 3 hearts, probably minimal stamina, and about 12 shrines and 11 seeds, and so very minimal work. So you can see that this is the first time we encountered this guy, and he's gonna ask you to follow him to the Omen Ore Shrine. But before we do that in Master Mode, I'm gonna see if I can go take out. Gonna go and take out one of these guys for its bow. So once again, it's important that you do not walk at full speed while crouching. Otherwise, they will actually. Dang. That's sad, but that's okay. I'm gonna jump because I don't actually know where that where that other yeah, there we go. I've got his bow, and that should be enough for a second here. And I'm just gonna pick up the stray arrows that are on the ground. We don't actually need any others. And what's gonna happen in Master Mode is that there should be a bokoblin standing right there on the corner, and if you headshot him, he will land into the water and just die. So it's gonna wait until he looks at me and headshot, and so he just lands in the water and he'll die. And there are some other weapons here. Oh. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot one of these, and that will get these guys to fall in the water as well. And these bows are a lot stronger. So this one's 12 already, so you can see that's probably a lot more worth it. And I'm probably not gonna make that bow with this limited stamina that I'm on. So I'm just gonna just gonna recharge before I die for that bow. And what's good is I think these guys drop fire arrows, which we're definitely gonna need as well. And I think I don't really want to die already here. Okay, so another bow, no arrows though, that's okay. So yeah, definitely gonna need those bows. Probably don't even need that one, but I can't drop it while I'm swimming. Recharge and jump. And what we're going to do is we're going to take out the first couple of shrines. I'm sure you've all done this before, so there's honestly... So I'm just going to skip it. Anyway, that was fun. So we're getting caught up by the old man for a second time this time. And he's gonna scam us and not give us the paraglider. Unlike he promised. That's okay, we'll just have to suck it up. Alright, so what we're gonna do, so we're gonna, around the Omen Ore section, here are 5 Korok seeds, and I'm gonna see if I can point them out to you currently, as soon as he leaves us alone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out the map, and I'm gonna pinpoint the 5 locations where the Korok seeds are. So there is one just right here actually. There's a log where you have to use magnesis, so thankfully we got magnesis to get it in, and there are two rocks here, as well as, so we've got a flower trail to follow in there, and we have a rock section to go there, and I think we've got a so it should be around So this is a campfire that we'll need to get to. I'm pretty sure. So over here, I think is our last one. So those are the 5 Korok seeds that we're going to get here before we move on to our next shrine, and then work our way from there. So, gonna ignore him again. Let's see how we go. Now you can see that there's a platform on the screen right here, and 2 chests are gonna show up just there. One contains fire arrows and 1 ice arrows, but I'm gonna leave them because we did manage to pick up fire arrows that first, well, from the bokoblins over there. So you can see we'll need 5 Korok seeds. Now, I haven't told you the best part probably about this video yet. The most exciting part, in my opinion, is that we will be taking on the white main Lynel right at the end of this video, or towards the end. It might take up quite a bit of this video. So you can see I've gone to the markers that I've put down. So this is the purple one. There's a rock here. Thanks for tree spirit poop. And pretty sure there's a tree up here. My pinpointing locations probably aren't the best, but yeah, you can see it there. If you don't have fire arrows, and I wouldn't really honestly suggest wasting fire arrows, you can just use a metal weapon, and that would get rid of the leaves. And then we've got a cooking pot that's here. Now there's actually going to be another bow and torch here as well. So another bow and a couple more arrows, since we're a bit short on arrows. So I'm going to light this one here and cook my spicy peppers. And I'm going to cook a whole, probably around 3 of them at a time. And then one with 2. And then one where I just cook one of them. And there's a reason to why I do that. Now I might as well get rid of the other ones, so just cook them anyway. So cook one with 1 spicy pepper involved, cook one with 2, and then you can just cook the rest however you like. So each one of them should give you 2 minutes 30 cold resist time. And when we get to it, I'll try and make it revealing to why we did that. Let's pause for a second, because this guy's a weakling. So there we go. Number 4. And the flower trail in here. Thought that ball was going to kill me. There we go. And there we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to teleport back up to the tower so that it's a bit closer to the next spot that we have to go to. So we're going to need to go to the Eastern Abbey, where we will finally get our switch shirt and finally be not naked anymore. And let's see how we go. Unfortunately, I've tried to think of the best routes to take for all of this, but what can you do? There are some sections where we'll have to retrace our steps. I think the fastest way from here, that is if you're too lazy to walk like me, if you're from here to the other 2 shrines, is probably just teleporting back to the Shrine of Resurrection. So there we go, we can see the other shrine in the far distance over there. And that's where we're going to pick up 1 more Korok seed. It's actually, it exists right on the edge of, so where are we? I think right over here. Let's put a pin on it. And this is the shrine where you get your bombs, which will be helpful. In fact, I might as well label where the other ones are. So the hut, there's actually 1 Korok seed right on top of the hut. one on this pond that we actually walked past, one on top of the Temple of Time. I'm actually gonna change those ones to stamps for now, since the ones that we will go to immediately. So we've got 5 around here, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we need 2 more. And if you look closer, you can actually see this circle of rocks is where we'll go for our next one. And there should be 1 ice block around here, which is, so this is the next, this is probably the 3rd shrine that we'll go to, or maybe the 4th, depending on how we go. There's another shrine right here on the bottom, so sort of the 4 corners. So those are the 4 Korok seeds that, 6 Korok seeds that we still have left to go. And I'm going to leave that one there. So this fella, where is he? I think the Lynel is around here, and that's where we'll go towards the end of this video. Guys, I hope your day has been well so far. Picking up an ancient screw for lols. This guy's gonna wake up, I think. Yeah, definitely. He's gonna wake up and start shooting at us. But I don't think he's not gonna pose any real threat, because just because of how long they take to charge and attack. Oh, actually that was pretty close. So we're here at the Jabage Shrine, and we have this door to lift, and that has a Korok right here. So that's number 6. We have 5 others to go to get where we need to. And you can see this chest right here has our beloved Nintendo Switch shirt. Definitely the best piece of armor in the game. Finally. So our boy Link is no longer naked. Radio, skip, skippity, skip. Alrighty, now that we're past that, let's see if we can make our way to where we need to go. So you'll notice that I stop every now and then on these guys. The reason being, for our run later, especially in the next video, we're going to need to have some ancient parts. Trial of the Sword probably relies, I would say, fairly well, we were lucky there. Fairly heavily on having ancient, on having stasis plus and wind and bombs plus. And oh no, check out that fella. We'll be back. And so to get those, we actually need 3 cores and 3 shafts. Dang, that was a bit high, but that's okay. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to travel to this gate over here and then get to this shrine right at the bottom here. So it's that shrine that we're looking at, and instead of climbing the cliff. So if you've done it by climbing the cliff from here normally, that's okay. So that's where we're headed, and I might just mark it so that you guys know exactly where we're going to need to get to. So we've got 2 shrines down already, so we've got 2 more here, and I climb usually from here. Reason because I'm just not patient enough. So this one is less of an incline to go this way rather than going straight on the steep cliff that way. I think that's just quite a burden. The only downside is that we do actually need so we do need what is it called? We do need our spicy pepper, so that's why. So over here. So you can see this is the gate that we were at earlier. I probably could have teleported here from the Shrine of Resurrection. That's totally fine. Now, this is where we're going to eat our first our spicy pepper meal that had only one spicy pepper in it, so it's just 2 minutes 30. The reason why is because when we go to this shrine, we don't actually have to beat the shrine. Actually, it's up to you. If you want to beat the shrine now, actually, I'm not gonna make that. If you want to beat the shrine now, then you probably go for the 2 minutes 31, and the reason for that is because the timer still counts when you're in the shrine. So that way you'll lose. I suppose you'll lose a little bit of time. So you basically, I would say you basically lose an entire meal just from that. Let's try this again. Not usually this hopeless at this section here. So should make it if we have a sliver left. Yeah, there we go. So jump twice and with the sliver. Alright, so basically you'll see, oh look, shooting star. So you'll actually see the shrine right here, and that wasn't too bad of an incline, especially compared to going from the base of this section here. So this is where we get the stasis one. And what I'm gonna do, what I might do actually, I might change plans and I might just activate the shrine, but without going in. So just making sure that I can teleport to it later. Yeah, so I can teleport it to it later. And I'm not actually gonna go in right now because we need to come back to that shrine later on. And the reason for that is because going to that shrine will take us to a place where we can easily get the most powerful weapon on the Great Plateau, which is definitely not that powerful, but it is right there. So it's on one of those flying Octorok platforms that you can see, and it's important that we go get that. Otherwise, we probably won't have that much of a chance fighting the Lynels. So I'm gonna steal this bow. Oh, actually, I couldn't. That's so sad. I'm gonna try and hope that he doesn't shoot me. So I'm gonna take 5 arrows and then I'm gonna run. So I'm gonna fire, but likely miss because I'm on the move. And he's not good at dealing with enemies that are on the move. So that's 5 arrows there. Ah, that's silly. And unfortunately, this is a dangerous section here. I'm gonna take this, and now there are a billion bokoblins after me. And I'm not very well equipped to take them on. And snow also slows me down. But they're not following me anymore, so that's good. Okay, so shooting star, did we see that shooting star, or was it a different one? And I feel like it wouldn't be a different one. There's actually a black bokoblin up here. He's got a pretty nice weapon, the spiked Boko club, so 12 damage, and he guards an opal, I think. So we're not going to require that. Or actually, we need to go upwards first. I just got reminded that we didn't actually pick up that shield like we promised. I think what happens is that bokoblin with the Traveler's Sword and Shield gets a rock fallen on him or something when we activated the tower. Okay, so over here you can see where we have the Circle of Rocks, and that's the shrine that we got to go to as well. So I'm just going to pick up this rock quickly, And to get one more seed. Wonder if you can see it. One more seed that's along the wall there. Definitely much regret not picking up a shield. Could have shield surfed this whole way. He's got a bow. Let's hope he doesn't shoot me. I think in master mode, I think they advertise that as well. Enemies do spot you a little bit sooner than in normal mode. Don't freeze into the icy water, that's pretty much certain death. There's no way you can swim out of that fast enough. And this one should give us Cryonis. And back in action, so there's no point dwelling. Oh, actually, there is one more thing that we got to do. I was just reminded. Thankfully, I had the oh, that was close. I had the marker there, so you can see. Maybe. Oh no, that's so sad. My bad, guys. Sorry. Just a habit of having the paraglider. Anyway, that doesn't take too much of our time, and once again, we're not under the pressure of a speed run. So essentially, the other one, the last Korok that's in here in the snowy region is that one that we were getting to. You could see an ice block around. Let me check if there's an actually safer way to get down. Yeah, probably around this way. Okay. We live, it's fine. So that one right there, and then we're going to teleport out of this section, so bye-bye. I'm going to use a couple of my fire arrows here. I think only 2 should take the trick, or maybe 3. So that's where the fire arrows come in handy, and there's a sparkling leaves section that I did really quickly, and so that's where we are. And then we're going to go back to Owadame. To go to that Octorok platform, but after we do the shrine. So that Octorok platform, unfortunately not the easiest to get to, and then there's a waterfall section with other weapons in it as well. I'm not thinking that we're actually going to need the other weapons in there. I'm back, and the old man, the creepy man, is gone. Totally see. Link was like, "Oh, what was that? Was I dreaming?" So from this stage here, if you are if you're pretty competent, so now's where we probably eat our last spicy pepper. meal here. If you're pretty competent, you can probably go along this this section here to get the weapon that's on the Sky Altar platform. I think unfortunately I'm gonna have to do a delay. So I'm gonna do a detour, and I'm actually gonna go to the Hyrule Temple first. Sorry, the Temple of Time first. The reason for the change is because I'm not wanting to risk. Dying again, and that way that will set us back a little bit more. So I'm gonna go to the Temple of Time, just changing the order of things, but we will have to go back to Owerdime again for the third time, unfortunately. And I'm gonna pick stamina here. There are a couple of reasons why. So stamina for climbing, flying, obviously, and swimming. Also, when you're riding on the back of a Lynel, it actually takes stamina to stay on the Lynel. Also for the 5 hits that won the Lynel, so an extra little boost here will help us with that, which is just what we need. This old man's gonna get you to talk to him, and we're gonna go get the paraglider now. We're gonna go get the paraglider now. Let's go see how we do. So skipping this, it's gonna give us the paraglider. Skipping this again, one more section, I think. One more section, skip one more, and then thank you very much. There have been a number of times when I get to the paraglider, and it's been raining, which is okay. It's just that means we can't actually make it to the top of the building easily enough. Whereas here, we can probably do so. So we just need to go up a bit more, recharge, jump, and go up to that top of that spiral. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I am sincerely hoping that there's some kind of footstool that Link can hold on to here. Sorry guys, wasting time. I had to use a little glitch there, but I'm sure you guys could make it if you have the patience to get there. So just examining this one, and then I'll probably jump off using the paraglider finally. So that's number 9, and then into that pond. That's where we need to go. It's over here. And then we're going to go to Owerdime, and then we're going to go to the Lynel, which will bring us to the end of the video. So there we go. 11 Korok seeds, 10 Korok seeds, a bit of maths behind it. So there's one more over here that you could see, but we're going to go to Owerdame. Rightio. Now while we're traveling to Owerdame, I'm going to talk about the Lynel. So the white main Lynel has 4,000 HP. We are going to go collect a soldier's claymore. I am really sorry, a knight's claymore. So we're going to collect the knight's claymore that does 38 damage. And we are going to, so we picked up a couple of bows because these bows, they're not there to do damage. They're there to try and help with, or try and help to Well, they're there for the headshots for this Lynel. That's what we're going to use it for. I'm just going to heal a little bit here. Let's see if I can get past without being spotted. I think we did actually. So I'm gonna try and go up. That way I can fly. Oh no! That was accidental. I wasn't meant to jump sideways, I was supposed to jump off the edge. Maybe I can try another way. I don't think I'm going to be able to make that, but maybe I can jump onto a cliff. So this is the claymore. Wait. And we even have a durability up on it, so that's pretty cool. We're not going to be using much durability anyway because Beyond Lynel doesn't take any durability. And while we're here, just because I noticed that I was actually short on arrows, I only got like 15. So what I'm going to do, and this one doesn't actually have the arrows in it. Soldier's broadsword as well. 5 more arrows here. And then we're going to go take out the Lynel. So, funnily enough, we're going to go back to Owadam again, but this time we're not traveling west or north. We're actually going to go straight to the Lynel. Maybe worth picking up a couple more arrows just to be on the safe side. 20 might not be enough. I'm not confident. Probably about 60% sure. So if you're unsure, you're very welcome to go and pick up some more arrows. So these guys don't have any, but where you might find arrows is probably sniping this fella here. And might as well use that. So he's got a bow and he drops 5 more arrows there. So lost 1, gained 5. And let's see how we do. I am actually going to do something else. I am actually going to go see if I can pick up the shield that they've got around here. And at least if we need to parry, that's probably the shield that we're going to use. Before we do that, I'm gonna go pick up the last Korok seed that we need. So this is number 11. It's right at the top of the hut here. There we go. Number 11. So we're gonna keep that for. Probably won't actually get to use it until the very third part of until the very third video. Nothing here of interest to us. Just to save, be on the safe side. I'm gonna go tackle this line now. And if we were to equip the right weapons, I'm gonna take a stronger bow. It's not gonna do that much damage, but if I headshot, at least I won't be doing 6 damage. I'll be doing 24. And let's see how we go. So to fight this Lynel, we are going to have to use our arrows conservatively, but when we do kill him, we're gonna get about 30 arrow bombs, I think. So I'm standing behind the tree, he's gonna shout, and I'm gonna snipe him, and I'm gonna go whack. What up, everyone? I accidentally died, so that's kind of embarrassing. So let's do a rematch. What I'm doing is I'm gonna see if I can headshot him, which is what I just did. Bless me. And then I'm gonna see if I can. There we go. Headshot him again. Run up immediately, give him a smack, and then jump on for 5 free hits with no durability loss for my weapon. So essentially, I've only used this weapon twice, 3 times, just then, and then jumping on. So basically, I'm going to repeat this process. And what I'm doing is I'm using holding the right trigger and the left trigger for a bit of an aim assist. I'm going to try and get headshots wherever I can, and jumping on. This way, obviously, the Knight's Claymore will last, otherwise it won't. So there we go. Using aim assist there. Once again, I'll try and explain how that works. So if you pull the right trigger, that will bring out your bow, and then use left trigger for target lock, and it will actually trace. The Lynel's head, which is what we want. So it's actually going to trace the Lynel's head. What's not good is that he's currently healing, so I'm gonna have to stop him from doing that. And I'm not sure how much he healed, but it probably cost us another round there or something. Alright, so this Knight's Claymore, even though it's not the strongest weapon, and definitely ideally not the one that you would use to take out Lynel's on a habitual basis, but it's still unfortunately it's the one that you've got. So it currently does 38 damage, and if we're getting 6 free hits off him each time, that's 240 minus 12. So yeah, 240 minus 12, that's 228. If you do take on this Lynel, try and be patient. Even though I've died once, so this is definitely a failed speedrun if I was doing a speedrun. Dang, down to my last shield. I'm actually going to Flurry Rush, and I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to jump on instead. Because what happens when he does the charge on all 6, he's actually going to miss, and you have a chance to mount him again for a free hit. So Flurry Rush unfortunately takes durability, and you don't actually get to hit him 5 times with the Claymore. Next bow. So Flurry Rush, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn and chase after him and see if I can mount him. But I was a little bit too late there, which is okay. I'm adding another strike in now, because I have a feeling my Knight's Claymore is actually going to survive. Probably lucky that I got the durability bonus. Okay, now we're getting fancy. Almost there. And trying to see if I can get him. I've missed the last couple of times actually. I'm out of shields. Definitely being careless these days. I got 9 arrows as well. We're getting real close. I have a feeling we might even be able to beat him this next one. He dead! Nice work, guys. Okay, so took him out on the second try. Definitely have enough arrows. So for that one, I actually went to go pick up arrows after I died, because I think I managed to get down to my last couple of arrows. So 20 bomb arrows from this fella. Get a Savage Lynel bow with max durability, and a Lynel crusher with long throw. And that actually brings us to the end of our video here. So this is the first part. Now, for the second part, we're going to do some material gathering for the Trial of the Sword. And the third video will actually do the Trial of the Sword and upgrade it to max. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll continue here in our next video.